Okay, thank you, Dr. Mahipal, Dr. Namrata, for having me here today. And those of you who know me for quite some time, we started a new hospital about 6 months earlier. It was sort of a
The audio is.
Oh, I think his connection went off.
was quite a setback for us, and we decided to discuss with our peers, friends, various advisors, legal advisors, and others. And then we prepared a presentation actually for Kerala Society of Ophthalmic Surgeons. I'm going to present part of that to you. So what I have been asked to talk about the salaries and the variables. How do you manage it? And I'm not going to touch upon the points which have already been covered by Dr. Ramamurthy and Dr. Ajay Arora before me. As regards staff salary, it is a very sensitive matter. But we always believe that human resources are more important than material resources. You cannot find a replacement for a staff who has been with you for more than 2 decades, a staff who has been loyal to you, who has got all the experience. Material losses, they can always be recovered in 3 months' time, 4 months' time. We'll get it back. So our main emphasis has been on the human resources. So from this point of view, we have divided our staff into 3 categories. Those who get less than 25,000 per month, more than 25,000 per month. I think Dr. Ramamurthy's figure was 30,000. So for both the categories, we will not be cutting I would not say the salary cut or something. I'd say salary adjustment. So for the next 3 months, I'm not going to adjust the salary in any way. However, if the lockdown proceeds beyond the 3-month period, then we'll have a discussion with the staff who are drawing more than 25K and find out in what way we can have a mutually agreeable understanding. As regards the payment of EPF, ESI, and Labor Welfare Fund, we paid that for the month of March, and soon we got a advisory from the EPF that for next 3 months, one need not pay the EPF provided these conditions are satisfied. That is, if your firm has less than 100 employees and 90% of these employees draw a salary of less than 15,000. So I think that is not really practical in most of our situations. So we end up paying the EPF, ESI, and Labor Welfare Fund. Now, there is another provision in the EPF for that of taking loan. In case you invoke the force majeure clause and adjust the salary for certain staff members, they can avail of 3 months of their basic plus DA, or a loan of 75% of the total amount of EPF that has been paid, and whichever is less. And those of us who have been doing TDS for the consultants, or those who have been drawing higher salaries, so the TDS is definitely not necessary for the next 3 months. And after 3 months, what are you going to do if there is a prolonged lockdown and the income doesn't really come up? So it's a very difficult decision. So we are not going to retrench any of the staff. And at the same time, I would advise my colleagues who are thinking in these lines must get a legal opinion, because it is a gray area. One really does not know where exactly we are standing today. The Prime Minister's address the other day did not touch upon this issue, but the legal advisor he also did not give us a clear direction. But I think we need to be very open and very, keep our eyes and ears open. But as far as I am concerned, we are not going to retrench any of the staff members. In fact, we have a peculiar situation. We had 3 staff who left, who are on the verge of leaving. We took in 4 staff. So we have 7 staff members now. The 3 staff members who are supposed to leave a job and go to Middle East, they can't go. So they want to join back. And the other 4 staff, they have less than 1 month experience. They are not coming because of the lockdown process. So we have decided to continue with those 7 staff members for at least 3 months till we can arrive at a mutually convenient decision. So this is as regards the salary. And regarding the other financial aspects, see, we took quite a bit of a loan before we started a project, and I'm sure many of you are in the same boat. So we had a discussion with a chartered accountant, with the bank manager, and this discussion happened before, there was, I sort of anticipated this thing happening before the Reserve Bank instructions came. And then we have agreed on a moratorium of 3 months. So according to my chartered accountant, the category of loans which have a low EMI and really short term, I'm paying them off. I've decided not to avail of the moratorium. On the other hand, all the loans with a large EMI and long-term loans, 5 years, 6 years, or 7-year term duration, I am taking advantage of this moratorium, but you must keep in mind that the interest is compounded. So at the end of this lockdown period, either your EMI term is going to go up by a couple of 5 to 6 months, or you have to increase the EMI if you want to keep the term duration the same. Regarding the maintenance issues, and I mean, it's my own building, so I don't have to give rentals. But we have not got any waiver from the electricity department, Kerala Society of Kerala State Electricity Board. Security agency has to be paid. Image, the waste disposal, which is so beautifully done, has to be paid at all costs. We cannot have a situation where the waste is not collected from the center. And we had certain expansion plans and purchasing some more equipment in the next 1 or 2 months' time that had to be shelved. And as regards the AMC and CMC, there are two categories of equipment, medical equipment. All of us have known the equipment suppliers for a long period of time. So we have a good understanding with them, and they have given us an extension of 3 months of AMC or CMC. On the other hand, as regards the non-medical equipment, like the HVAC or the air handling units, UPS, lift, generators, since ours is a new establishment, so we have a 2 or 3 years warranty that is already covering it. So at this point, I'm not really negotiating with them for an additional 3 months because I have a 2 or 3 years of leverage with them. But here you must understand that the suppliers of the generators and the service, the vendors and the service providers are not the same. And we need to build a good rapport. It has taught me that we need to build a very good rapport with the service providers, not only the vendors, so that when the need arises for this similar situation and how to circumvent those situations, we are on a better footing. So we have to have a proper discussion with the vendor and maintain copies of the written communication to prevent further controversies in the future. So friends, there are challenging times ahead, but I'm sure we shall overcome in due course of time. Thank you.